So I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. It's all over the news today, all over the Twitter, YouTube, that Xhaka is close to a move to Bayer Leverkusen, going back to Germany. See, on a personal note, my selfish part would have loved to keep Xhaka, not at the starting berth, maybe from the bench. On second thought, we know Xhaka is very good, egotistical, which is part of being a man sometimes, and certain players do not want to be second choices. They like to be the first choice. It's fair to them. Is that what they want? And I understand that's now like to move to the next level. Now that we've qualified for the Champions League for the first time in 7 years. I remember there are people that will run the narrative that since Xhaka has been a team, we have not been able to qualify. Yes, it looks right on the surface, and it's people making it seem as if it was Xhaka that was actually stopping us from qualifying for the Champions League. That's a bit disingenuous. That's a bit harsh. That's a bit prejudice. Like, come on. It was not solely Xhaka. I get it. Xhaka was being played as a six. And let's be fair, Xhaka is not a six. Now, for Switzerland, he does a good job. And we know international football is different from club football. In England, it does not have the dynamism, the athleticism to play as a six. Now that Ateta moved into eight since last season, mid last season, Xhaka is fantastic. A lot of us unanimously can agree that Xhaka has had his best season in the national shirt this season, playing forward than the pitch, scoring goals, providing assists, being a de facto leader, providing leadership and physicality in the team. He has been fantastic. And let's not forget, he's in his 30s. So he wants to go back to Germany. And I think it's time for both club and the player to amicably separate. As in, Xhaka has been very loyal to the club. In my opinion, some of you might not agree. Xhaka barely gets injured. And when he gets injured, his speed of recovery is fantastic. So we need to replace him with a player that provides the kind of availability Xhaka provides, but a quicker version of Xhaka, a more goal efficiency, a player that provides more goal efficacy and efficiency, and a player that will be more dynamic in that eight. So we need to go to the next level. We've qualified for the Champions League. We want to compete with Man City next season, and perhaps win the league. We know Man City are no slouches. They are a juggernaut. We need to improve the quality of players we have in our ranks. So, like I said, the selfish part of me would have loved to keep him on the bench, but Xhaka doesn't stay on the bench. He wants to go, and we can get some money for him and reinvest into the team. I think that is fantastic. That is good for both Arsenal, for Xhaka to get both their wishes. So it's good, and I'm not tripping about it. I don't know if some of you I've seen some certain comment like, let's try and keep him and improve on him. That looks good on paper. That looks good saying it, but you cannot. You cannot force players to stay against their will. And we know Xhaka is a big character. You can't force it if he wants to go. Let's see. We have to respect players' wishes sometimes. So most of the time, if they don't want to stay, you can't force it. And aside from that, Xhaka has been loyal to us. He has given us Champions League qualification at last, because the narrative was like since Xhaka came in, we couldn't qualify. And some of you even went further by saying, with Xhaka in the team, we will not qualify. And he has debunked that emphatically and empirically. And shame on you guys. Shame on you guys, because you were giving him too much criticism. I'm not saying Xhaka was not worthy of criticism sometimes based on his performances, especially when he was getting those silly red cards, those dodgy tackles. But let's not forget, he was put in a situation where he was being played, where his vulnerability was being exposed. Nobody wants to talk about that part of the game. You just want to scapegoat him and let's give a dog a bad name so you can hang it. That's what I feel Xhaka was being subjected to. Let's give him a bad name. Let's find a scapegoat all the time. It has to be Xhaka, without not talking about the fact that sometimes he was being put in difficult situations and he didn't make the best choice, which can be a part of personal responsibility. But why should we put certain players in difficult situations? So Xhaka, I will miss him. I'll miss his character. I will miss his availability. But good luck to him at Bayer Leverkusen. It looks like the deal is almost done. All we can do is to give him a good farewell, wish him well at Bayern, and let me know what you think about that deal in the comment section. According to reports, it's 30 million pounds. That's not receiving equivalent to 50 million euros, which is not a bad deal for me. We bought him 30 or 35 million pounds that time. He has been here for 7 years. He has given us more than enough value for the money we bought him for. And we're still going to give 30 million pounds. I think that's a fantastic deal. He's in his 30s. He's slowing down. He's not the most athletic. I think it's time to move on. And I'm happy we are moving on good terms, and he can come back in the future to join the club, join the coaching staff. Yeah, I think this is a great time for both parties to part way. So you're just bumping to my content for the first time and you like it, do it by subscribing, stick like on the video, very, very important. And do not forget to turn on your notification bells. And I'll see you guys on the next one.